The first step to using the grid for your candy drawing is to get the basic shapes or outlines of the candy in the right spots, so they are placed accurately on your drawing paper so that they're the right size and they're going in the right direction. So that's why this grid really helps, because it helps you figure out where to place things. For instance, if you see this little rectangle over here on my candy board, this candy comes down into the middle of this rectangle at about just a tiny bit over from the side. So if I go over to this coordinating rectangle on my drawing paper, which you can see through your paper, you should be able to figure out where that goes right there. Now, that's just a general outline. It should not be perfectly rendered. It should not look exactly like what you want. This is just to get it in the right spot. Then I'm going to go up here into this rectangle, and I see this corner of this candy goes up quite a ways within that rectangle. So here's that rectangle. It goes up quite a way, maybe up to about here. So the idea here is not to draw the candy, is just to draw the shape of the candy. And I'm just using really sketchy lines and doing a little erasing until I get it into the spot I want. I'm not sure if that's right yet, but that's a general placement, and I can go back to it and add details once I get all of these outlines in here. Now this one, this round shape is pretty big, and it goes outside the edge here, and it goes up into this rectangle here. And notice I'm just doing really light, sketchy lines. I am not trying to make this perfect. And then the stick part of it comes down into this rectangle down here. And then this shape of this wrapper kind of goes like this. And the little bit of the wrapper comes all the way down past this line here. So it comes all the way down here. So you really want to just study the basic shapes of things and where do they fit on your grid. This one comes down into the square here. It goes up this way. And you see, I am not actually drawing the candy. I am just drawing the shape and placement. So this goes up this way. And this one starts up here. And it goes down this way. And then the candy roll part ends here. But then the wrapper kind of comes around and sticks out this way. Now this, again, is not really a drawing of the candy. It's a drawing of the placement of the shapes. So don't get bogged down by every detail, because the most important thing is to get them to be the right size and in the right spot. Then, once you've got that, then you can focus in on all the little details. So this is step one. No details at all. No little folds in the wrapper, no little shadows, none of these words or anything like that. You've just got to try to find the general placement of things. So I'm going to do the general outline of this part of the candy wrapper here. This part kind of goes like that. And then I can go back and look to see the amount of space between this candy and this candy. Does that look about right? The amount of space between the bottom of this corner and the bottom of this line, does that look about right? And you can start estimating if you've got everything on there in the right way. Does the edge of this candy come all the way to the line? And then once you feel like you're pretty happy with the way things look, then you can start to clean up the edges a little bit and maybe erase some of the little sketchy parts that don't look right. And then when you're done with that, we'll start adding some details.